Hello, I'm Rich Morris, lead drone at BroodMinder here at Bees on Main in beautiful downtown Stoughton, and I'd like to tell you about one of my favorite devices that we have once you have sensors in your hives. Then adding a hub, a T91 hub, really is great. I love it because the data just shows up at BroodMinder.com. I don't have to scan it. When I'm away, I can look at it, and it's really simple to set up. So we recommend really the naked version, which is just this. We also have a solar version, but it's sort of pricey, and I think dealing with this is pretty easy myself. You make the decisions. But it's a device that we buy from Nordic in Norway, and it's got a cellular and a Bluetooth, and it also has temperature and humidity sensors and barometric pressure. So it's almost like a little mini weather station. Frankly, I have a love-hate relationship with this one because I did a lot of the software, and it's been really hard to get working right, but it is now, and we're really happy with it. So, to use it, what you do is just turn on the switch and put it out in your apiary. It'll flash a couple of times, and then every time that it sees BroodMinder devices, then it will flash and go boom, 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 and send those up to the web. Does that once every 10 minutes. So that's really nice. The other, we send with it a black bag, and this is important. So you need to leave it in the black bag. Solar infrared radiation turns out to affect one of the chips. That was another lesson we learned. But putting it in a bag does two things for you. One, it will protect it from the sun, and it recovers, but it resets and uses a little bit more power. The other thing, it will keep bugs, ants and earwigs out. I had one out in my own apiary, and I went in late summer, and it was just jam-packed with earwigs. I guess they liked a little bit of warmth in the cozy space. So we send a bag with it, use the bag. The other thing we recommend is a solar shield that we get from La Crosse, Wisconsin, actually. And it's nice because it'll fit right in there, and then you can hang it on a tree. You can hang it a lot of places. It's got this little mount, which makes that nice. And we also, you'll see on our, we sell a little kit that makes it easy to mount on top of your hives. There's a really strong magnet and holds it there like that. So that's another possibility to make that work. The downside about the naked device is the battery only lasts about 6 months, which we sort of just figured out a nice solution for that. One thing you can do, you can take it home. It just uses a regular micro USB charger like they have on Android cell phones and everywhere. You have to plug that in, and it's important that it be turned on while it's charging. Little design flaw, I think, in Nordic's approach, but it will only charge with that. But what's an easier way to do it is to leave it out in the field and get one of these little chargers. We'll have a link to two that we know fit inside the solar shield, and then you can just charge that up at home, plug it in, and then the whole thing fits in the solar cell. And next time you come to the apiary, then you can take the charger back out, and it'll run for another 6 months. So 6 months is a pretty good time, and that's a pretty good solution, I think, to that issue. The last thing I will mention is that if you got sort of spotty service, then we do have an external antenna. It's sort of expensive because the parts are expensive. Nordic used a peculiar connector on their board, and it was a little difficult to make this work right. But we fabricate this little holder. It plugs in there, and then you can put the antenna either on this or any other box. It just all screws together right like that. So that's sort of the long and short of the T91 device that we sell. We really like it. Once you have it running, the other thing that will happen with our new firmware, it will make your batteries last much, much longer. So anywhere from 3, depending on how you set it, you can get 5 years out of your devices. You can get over 10 years out of the scales because we don't have to advertise as often. So we've got a video about that battery saver mode. And so, you know, to me, the hub is worth it for that. There is a subscription, and we're modifying our subscription rates this summer. You know, we're still keeping them very reasonable, but that money goes to, you know, paying for people like Amanda and Maxime, who are doing a terrific job with our software. I can't say enough about that, but that helps support them. And it's, you know, still, you know, about $1 a month per hive is what we're looking at. So we hope you support that. The other thing to mention is that all the hub devices will be priced the same going forward after we get these modifications made this summer. So right now, a Wi-Fi device is cheaper to subscribe. We've gotten good enough rates with our SIM cards, our cell SIM cards, that we're going to just say, okay, any hub, this is the subscription cost going forward. Makes it simpler for you, makes it simpler for us. As we're getting thousands of these devices out there, that's important. So I think that's what we have to say about it all. This is another one of those guys. So I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, Mike is happy to answer them at support@broodminder.com. And remember, every hive counts.